Hello everyone, Auvbri here and welcome back to another video in The Sims 4. Today we are doing a makeover video, and this house we're looking at right now is actually made by Wildfire underscore B. You can find that person on the gallery, and Wildfire made this really beautiful house that we're looking at right now. And we're gonna take a look inside in just a little bit, I believe, just to kind of look around and see what's going on inside. But I chose this house for the makeover build this time because I really fell in love with the fact that it had like this sunken down backyard, and it had like this real big pool, and just the fact that it was a really big family house, and I really liked that. It was just an amazing house, and I really enjoyed doing the makeover for this. It actually took quite a long time because, as you can see, it's quite a big house, but it was worth it, and I think it turned out so nice in the end. But I really do want to say that I really do love how it looked before I started doing it, but I wanted to give it my own flair. Because this is a makeover series, and yeah, that's kind of what I did here. So this room that we're looking at right now, the two kids' rooms, I didn't actually change those because I really did like how they looked. So those are the only two rooms that I did not change. But otherwise, I tried to keep the rooms mostly placed the same way that they were. There is a couple of rooms that I kind of like upstairs here. We kind of delete that bathroom and move it into the room that the second kitchen is, because I felt like a second kitchen upstairs was a bit overkill for me. Also just because I made the downstairs kitchen big enough to kind of support the whole household. And I needed the space upstairs for something else. But yeah, this is the old kitchen as well. And I really did like the idea that it was kind of separated, but not really separated by this wall with the shelvings in between. And I tried to kind of incorporate that into the builds at the beginning. But then I kind of, I did something else. And I stumbled upon this item that I really fell in love with, that I use 2 times in this build. And then we have the basement here. That's kind of like a activities room, kind of a gym, and it has like a karaoke station, and it was really cool. So I'm gonna start the build now. And at first I wanted these pillars in the front to be blue, and I knew from the beginning that I wanted to work with blue and green in this build, and that's really what I did throughout this whole build. I mean, I changed some things throughout this video here, and you're gonna see me do that a lot just because I had so many different ideas of what I wanted to do with this build. And at first, I said I wanted blue, but at first I felt like, okay, so maybe red can go with this, and it didn't work for me. So I actually quite fast changed that to a bluish color, and that's also why I started having the pillars blue in the front, because I wanted to work with blue, but then I stumbled across this red color, and it was just, no, it didn't actually work for me. But I wanted, there was like this balcony in the back here. I extended that a little bit, and then I had a staircase go down to the ground floor, and then I actually removed one of these staircases we had down to the basement, this big one here, and I placed it beside the other staircase from the balcony instead. And I just thought that was a nice way to kind of to kind of tie it together and not having it feel so disconnected from the rest of the house. So I also worked with some different a lot of different windows in this build. as you can see, there is quite a lot of windows in this build, and I actually kept most of them. I changed the colors from white to black because that just kind of worked better with the build that I was doing. But yeah, I tried to keep most of the original windows in this build. But some of them I changed, like the ones we have in the kitchen currently. I changed those just because I felt like I wanted something that maybe fitted a bit more with the the rest of the build. And I was trying to do a makeover that would do the original build justice, but still kind of put my own flair on it. And that's the reason why I chose to have most of the windows the same. I just changed the color on some of them, and then kind of, then kind of try to incorporate some new looking windows into it, and kind of try to maintain the vibe that was there before, because it was kind of this balancing act between having the old build and having the new build or the new makeover kind of coexist with one another. And that's also the reason why I actually had most of the rooms being the same place that they were before. So we kind of had like this, the old builds still being present in the new makeover. And I really think that I accomplished that. I wanted to, excuse me, I'm just just fiddling around with something here. I wanted to have the old build still be present in the makeover, and I tried to do that by having the rooms kind of be the same place that they were before. I did change some walls and move some stuff around to kind of better accommodate the fact or the thing that I was trying to do with the build. But mostly I tried to keep every single room where they were, and kind of just give it my twist on it. So inside here, I'm working with some new wallpapers here, and I freaking fell in love with this checkerboard wallpaper that I'm using at the moment. So that's something that you're gonna see me use a lot throughout this build. Excuse me, let me just actually... This microphone, this boom arm is really annoying at the moment. Okay. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, this checkerboard wallpaper, I tried to incorporate that with some blue color, and the checkerboard wallpaper is kind of like this really pastel color green with some white in it, and it just looked freaking awesome, and it just worked well with this pastel color blue. So that's kind of what we're working with in the house. And then I kind of chose items, stuff that would accent these wallpapers really well. So we work with a lot of neutral colors for furniture, but then accent it with like really powerful looking paintings on the walls, or really vibrant looking rocks on the floor, which I think turned out really nice in the end. So here, as you can see, I'm kind of going all around the place at the moment. I was just kind of trying to do everything, and this is actually recorded over a span of separate videos that I kind of cut together, and it actually took a really long time to do this makeover. It was just like, I believe it was like 3.5-4 hours or something to do this makeover, and that's usually the time it takes me to do an entire build and then furnish it. And I think the reason that it took so long was because I had so many ideas for this build that I wanted to execute, and it was just all flowing around in my head, and it was just like there's so many good things in this build, in the original build, and I just wanted to implement and work on those ideas and kind of put my stamp on it, and that took some time. So in the original build here as well, there was like this little relaxation hub in the middle of the pool, and I really liked that idea. So I kind of threw in and made it like a gazebo style thing, and threw in some drapes and curtains to kind of make it look super relaxing. And then in the end, we're gonna put in some really relaxing looking furniture and seating stuff, and lanterns and stuff, and I think it turned out really nice. And then I wanted to have like this gateway that went, because it was underwater, and I thought it could be really cool to have like this glass what's the word, glass damn it, sorry. I'm sorry. Zoe is in heat at the moment again, so she's super noisy at the moment, and it's actually. I know it's not supposed to annoy me, but it's just that sound is so. it's just so annoying to listen to, but yeah, I wanted to have like this hallway. That was the word, hallway. Damn it, yes. I wanted to have this hallway under the water with kind of the glass ceiling and the glass sides, so you could kind of go through that looking into the water. And I thought that was a really cool idea, and would do something like a little nice thing in the middle of that room in the end. So here we are working on the inside. I wanted to have the staircase down to the basement next to the biggest staircase that was going upstairs. And initially I thought, okay, so where can I put the staircase that it would kind of work for me? And I needed to have the bathroom here as well, because I removed that. We're gonna put it in again in a little bit, and I was struggling really much here to kind of do this. I wanted to have this big open area, so we could kind of delete the flooring, but then I couldn't for some reason put in the staircases, because it said that you could not interact with a wall, and that didn't make any sense whatsoever, because there was no walls in the way. And it just took me a bit of time to figure out how to do this. So in the end, I decided to just delete the whole floor in the ground level, and then just put in the flooring myself. And for some reason that worked. So yeah, that's just kind of what we did. But yeah, you see me fiddling around here. But let me just say real quick what we have on the ground floor here. We have the kitchen, and we have a bathroom. We have a study room, like a proper study room for like homework and stuff like that. And we have a little living room area, and we have the dining room and kitchen, of course. Did I say that already? Oh, who cares? So yeah, that's what we have on the ground floor here. On the second floor, or the first floor, ground floor, first floor. Yeah, the first floor we have again a living room. We have a kind of toddler area space with a lot of toys. I don't actually have the kids stuff pack, so there was some stuff that got replaced with base game stuff. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And then we have two toddler rooms, the ones that I told you guys about in the beginning, that I did not change anything in, because I really liked how they looked. They were super, super nice. So it did not change a thing in those rooms. But We also have a master bedroom and another bathroom up there. So yeah, that's kind of the whole house. So we started decorating finally. And this is the dining room, again placed the same place as before, but I tried to implement a lot of color, so it kind of went very nice with this very neutral looking wallpaper that I chose. And the way that I did that, as you can see, we have very neutral looking furniture, so white and black, but I complemented those colors and kind of made them pop with the rocks and the paintings on the walls. The lamp has a very crazy looking color, and I really liked the idea of doing that. So that's something we do throughout this whole house. And then we went out to the kitchen here, and at first I wanted to again do with that neutral colors, because it really worked for me. But the kitchen just we don't have that many stuff and items that can kind of make a kitchen pop. So I decided to make the kitchen have a really crazy color that worked with the rest of the house. So that was blue, and then of course it's just a standard kitchen with all the stuff that you need, decorations, microwave, all that good stuff. And yeah, that's really the kitchen. So as you can see, I still had this one wall with these shelvings in between them, and then I found this item and I fell in love with it. So we used that to kind of separate, and oh my god, I love how that looked. We also used it once upstairs, again just kind of as a separator. And then I thought, okay, so this crazy looking zebra rug really fitted in well. And then some chairs, one neutral looking, one in a crazy color, throwing up a painting on the wall again with crazy color. So you're gonna see a lot of crazy colored looking paintings and a lot of plants in this build, because I tried to make the items pop more with the help of crazy looking rugs and decorative items and stuff like that, and kind of have the furniture be a bit more neutral looking. There is some furniture like the one chair that is kind of has like this popping color that is really bright blue, and that's something you're gonna see throughout. And then we are at my favorite room, saying that really, really sarcastically. I hate doing bathrooms. I even forgot the word just because it was just like, bathrooms. I hate doing bathrooms. It's the worst room ever. If you've been with me for a while, I say this in literally every single build that I do. I hate doing bathrooms. There's nothing fun about doing a bathroom for me. It's just no. And don't get me wrong, you can get a bathroom to look really, really nice, but it's just one of those chores that I just have to do because, Sim needs a bathroom, and that's fine. But sometimes I get this thought in my head: what if you just don't do the bathroom, or what if you just don't record it? I mean, let's face it, it's just time that you don't have to edit in the video, and it's just like that little thought. It gets to me sometimes. I mean, oh my god, bathrooms. Ugh, damn it. Worst room ever to do. And I'm not even kidding. I hate it so much. But yeah, just working on the entrance here. So you kind of just go right into the entrance and you can hang your code. And here we have a little, and I say little because it is very insignificant. This let's just call it a living room, but it's just kind of like a TV space. And again, vivid colors in the rocks and the kind of small tables, just to kind of make things pop a bit more. Plants and yeah, that's kind of it. This small TV space. And then I found this. Like vase thing, and it looked really good. And then I just chucked a plant in it, and yeah, I liked how that looked. And as you see, we have a lot of decorative areas here with kind of just a side table and a painting, but I really do think that makes the house so much more special looking. And then I decided to change the staircase to kind of this bluish color instead of the green, just because that kind of fitted better with what I was trying to do here. And here we have the, let's just call it study room. And there was a study in here before, and I really like the idea of having that as a separate big room, because you could have made this into a bathroom or a bedroom or sorts of that style, but I like the idea of having this being a separate room. So yeah, that's what I did, and I think it turned out really nice. I'm sorry, but I'm a little distracted at the moment because it's so freaking hot in here. I mean, it's summertime in Denmark and in Europe in general, and it's so hot at the moment. It's just like, what's the temperature actually here? It's at the moment it is 22 degrees Celsius outside, and it's like 8 o'clock in the evening, and it's so freaking hot. And I'm just sitting here really trying, no, not even 22, 25 degrees Celsius, and that's actually very hot here. So in Denmark it usually is between like 20 and 25 degrees on a good summer day, but if it gets over 25 degrees in general, it's a really good day. And it's just super hot, and it's so hot in my apartment sitting here recording this, and it's just I'm dying a little bit inside. It's just super hot. So yeah, working on the outside here, I really love the idea of having this sunken down yard and kind of connecting it to the rest of the backyard that we have here. And I tried to again keep most of the items that was in the backyard or the sunken down yard in the beginning, but just kind of relocate it and kind of give it my flair. And I think it turned out really nice. So here we're just working on the kind of hallway to the underground kind of little glass cube. And at first I didn't know what to do down here. I tried to find a little tree that could stand underwater here because I thought that was a cool idea. And then I just made like a little garden, and I found this statue so you can kind of see her right when you walk in, and it's kind of just a nice little relaxation area. Yeah, so in the old build as well, there was like this outside little kitchen area with a nice big table, so you could kind of be outside in the summertime, do some barbecuing, and I really like that idea, so I kind of implemented that into here as well. And there was also an outside living area space with, you know, couches and stuff, and I also implemented that into the build again. And then I kind of made a lot of flower beds around the place. Around the place, just to kind of break it up a bit, because before it was just kind of one big open space, and it had some trees in it, and that was kind of it. And I thought that you could do so much more with this space. It was good before, but I wanted to give it my flair and kind of open up a bit more to nature. because that's what I like to do. I like to bring nature into my builds as much as possible, and that's also why you're gonna see a lot of times that I have a lot of plants in my builds, because I just feel like it makes the builds feel more alive. So yeah, I know it's a super long video, but we're almost at the end, only 6 minutes to go. So we're working on the upstairs here. And I was actually debating with myself whether or not to actually record this part and just show it in a screenshots. But I decided to record it anyway. So it took like half an hour to do this bit, and it was just okay, so that's fine. So upstairs here again, I mostly kept all of the rooms the same as it was before, with the tiny bit of the kitchen that was here before. I made that into the bathroom, and then I deleted the old bathroom to make way for a little hallway with some seating areas, also because I wanted to have the door out to the balcony be a different place than it was before. But yeah, the kids room here didn't change that, because I actually loved how that looked, and I loved having like this kids area. And the living room, again, I didn't actually change that much. I changed some of the colors, added some stuff, and that's just kind of it. I really loved how that looked from the beginning, and I just felt like changing a few colors here and there kind of made it look the way that I wanted it to look. It was fine it was fine before, but just changing a few colors made it into the style that I was going for in this build. And again, the 2 toddler rooms, I didn't actually do anything about that, because I really loved how they looked, and I thought they were super, super cool. So props for those. And yeah, the last 2 rooms I did up here, that blasted bathroom again. Yeah, I tried not to do too much with the bathroom here. It's super simple. It has all the stuff that you need. Also, just because there was 2 like large windows, and I tried to kind of hide the toilet behind. I tried to hide the toilet behind the sink, and then the kind of shower was in this little nook away from the windows. And again, the bedroom here, I didn't actually change for that much in here. I redid some colors and added some stuff, but mostly it was the same. And then I decided to real quick just add a little front garden out here, just kind of mix it up a bit, because I felt like it looked maybe a bit bare outside. Yeah, we're mostly at the end of the video, going into the screenshots in a little bit. So here we have the entrance into the house. Remember, if you want to get this house, you can do that. Just search Auvbri on the gallery. You should be able to find every single build, including this one. And I always upload my builds to the gallery if it's something that's going to YouTube. Otherwise, yeah, just check me out on the gallery, and you should be able to find everything I do. Something I'm also frequently asked, the cheats I use is always in the description down below, so yeah, be sure to check that out. But here we have the kitchen that you can kind of see, and I'm still loving that wall separation item. I think it looks super cool, and I'm in love with how I managed to have these neutral looking colors and break everything up with colorful wall pieces and little chairs and items here and there, to kind of break things up a bit. And I'm overall super happy about how this build turned out. And again, a very, very big thanks to Wildfire _B for making this amazing house, and for submitting it to the makeover videos. So if you want, if you have a house that you want me to do a makeover of, just hashtag it on the gallery with Auvbri makeover, and I'm gonna look at it. Every other week I look for a house to do a makeover of. So if you want to be seen, again, hashtag Auvbri makeover, one word. Use that, and maybe you're lucky and I'll do one of your houses for a makeover. But this time it was Wildfire B who got the lucky chance. And again, I want to say thank you so much for submitting your house. It was amazing to do this makeover, and I'm super honored that I have such a nice subscriber base that you guys want to do this with me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave it a big like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And there's nothing else for me to say other than have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time for another video. Bye!